Hey guys, okay, so today I'm going to go over something a little bit more specific to digital items. I know a few of you are like, well, I'm not selling physical product, I'm selling digital product, and are kind of stuck or just not sure how to fill out parts of the listing. So I'm going to just kind of go over that a little bit. It is very similar to anything that you sell, but this might help you to be a little bit more confident in what you should choose for your listings. So, so these are my drafts. This is my mock-up shop, so it is a digital item. So when I'm creating listings, if I have like some of the same product, like a lot of these mock-up, I'll maybe have like 4 or 5 of the same mock-up in like different poses. So once I upload it once, I just come here and I copy it and then go in and make the changes. So if I copy it, I can go in, I delete this cover photo, I put the new cover photo in, and the other change that I do is I delete the mock-up that was there before and then put the new mock-up that matches the new cover photo I just brought in. So I do all of my title and or tag adjustments on a program called Vella or Get Vella. And that's VELA. I'm going to do a video going over that as well. It's just something that helps you to be quicker at getting the listings up, and it helps you to kind of see everything than going into like each individual listing and changing it, which you would do on Etsy. It does cost something, but it's doable. You could do it on Etsy and not have to pay for that. But if you're doing like a ton of listings, or if you need to make a change to like all your listings, a program like that is where that comes into play. So, but that's kind of what I do when I'm uploading like all my mock-ups, is that I upload and then I copy it, then I upload the new one, then I copy it, then I upload the new one, then I copy it. So it just kind of gets me through all of that process, and then go to Vella to change the title. Because when I'm uploading these and they're kind of the same thing, like say you're selling SVGs or you're selling mock-ups, or if you're going to do apparel, or you're going to do mugs or totes or frames or whatever, right? And you're going to upload say 5 or 6 of the same frame, but maybe they're different looks. You don't want the title to be the same. You kind of want to move it around. It can have the same keywords, but kind of move the title around a little bit so that it's not exactly the same, because then Etsy recognizes that as a different title. Because I kind of feel like I used to just copy and have the same title and tags for every listing with that color or whatever. And I kind of felt like 1 or maybe 2 would sell and the rest would get no views and no sales. And it could be that they sucked and nobody liked them, but it could also have been that Etsy wasn't recognizing those as different, so it wasn't showing them. It was like, well, here's this one, but doesn't know that it's a different mock-up and that somebody else might be looking for something like that. So you kind of have to think about that. It can still be the same keywords. I just mix them up in the title, like maybe I'll take like this one and move it to the front, or sometimes I just, will flip the 8803 and put it in the front. Sometimes I'll just take out Bella Canvas and just have 8803 black, tank mock-up, things like that. So it's still the same. The keywords are still the same. There's still things that people are searching for, but you're just making it different. Okay, so when you're in for digital mock-ups, so not mock-ups, for digital items, this can be, when I started Etsy, I did prints. So, instant download print. So somebody would find my print that they could like print out themselves and like put it on their wall, in their office, in their bathroom, in their kitchen, and it would have like a quote, or it would have like a design, or however you want to do it, right? Whatever you create. So that's how I started on Etsy, was I would sell those instant download prints, and I had no idea what I was doing, but it was fine because I was learning and it was fun. And then that's how, from there is how I got into the whole t-shirt game or whatever. But, so there's multiple things that you can do for digital. So you can do instant download prints like that. You can do SVG files, which are basically like you're selling the design, instead of selling the design on an item. So you're just selling the design. So somebody buys it and they get that design, they can instantly download it right then, and then they can use it on, a lot of people are those crafters that use like the Cricut and things like that. They can print it out, they can make gifts for their friends or, whatever. So, and you can specify if you want it to be for commercial or just personal use. So you have to kind of like, maybe look at some of the other SVG shops in this niche and kind of figure out like how you want to go about selling those items. Because you're also going to have to think about, do you want to babysit these people and be like, hey, don't use my SVG this way or whatever, right? But, it's kind of part of the whole game. So you can do that. You can sell mock-ups, and you can sell things like planners. Like if you guys are doing KDP, you can also sort of transform some of your KDP items into printables. So they're usually a little bit different. Usually printables, you want them to be a little bit more universal so that the person can continue to reprint that item instead of maybe dating it. Maybe it's just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not like April 1st, Monday, like whatever. So you can maybe take some of your KDP stuff and turn it into printables. Do like planner stuff. You can do like grocery lists. You can do, coloring pages if you do coloring books. There are so many ways that you can do digital stuff without having to worry about sending out physical product, right? Because I know a lot of us are having issues with the POD platforms right now, or the providers and things like that. So this could be another way for you guys to make money in Q4 and not have to worry about having a provider send and create your items for you, okay? So, kind of going over that a little bit, I just wanted to, so you kind of upload pictures the same. I always try to put in a little bit of information about what I'm selling, what they're getting. Because a lot of times people will be like, they think they're getting something physical, or they want to know what size it is, or they want to know what the pixels are, or they want to know what color it is, or whatever, right? So you could put like all the information you want in here about the different information that you want to put in there about your item. And then title, all this is the same. So you created the listing, or you created the item, it's a finished product, and then you can do, when you made it, if it's made to order. If it's a digital item, then it's something that you made recently. So right here for category, so there isn't like a specific, and they might be adding this, I hope soon. There really isn't a great category that's specific for like apparel mock-ups like this. This is kind of the best one I found because it's a photograph. And then, so I leave a lot of the attribute stuff blank because it just doesn't apply. So if it doesn't apply to your item, don't feel like you have to put something in there. Because what Etsy's going to do with that information is say, oh, okay, it's abstract and geometric. So when somebody types in those types of keywords, or if they're searching for something like that, this listing might pop up in that search volume, right? But if abstract and geometric does not apply to the item that you're selling, that's going to continue to show somewhere where it's not relevant. So what's going to happen is Etsy's going to be like, well, nobody wants this item. It keeps showing up. Nobody's clicking on it. Nobody's purchasing it. And then Etsy is just going to start slowly suppressing that and not show it anymore because it's not selling. Etsy wants to make money. They're going to continue to show items that are selling. So don't feel that you have to put something in there. Don't think that they're not going to show your item if you don't fill that out, because it's really just trying to tell Etsy more information about what the product is. Okay. So, for here, you can type in, you can type in like mock-up, and it kind of gives you like, a couple different options, and you can kind of go through them. See, they might have just added this mock-up t-shirts because they did not used to have this before. So I might be updating my listings today, which you can also update categories in Get Vella as well. And we're not trying to sell you on this. We don't have any affiliate links with them, nothing. It's just a great product that we use. But you can, do this manually in Etsy as well. So it's just great for bulk editing. But anyways, so you can type in here, and then this should pop up, and then you can kind of go through and figure out the best thing for your item, the best category for your item. So you can always type in like instant download, see if something comes up. Prints, digital prints, art and collectibles. So if you're selling like your illustrations, if you've done stuff in Procreate, if you are doing like quotes and things like that you're gonna sell and like that people can print out, like I was saying, and put in their bathroom or whatever, then you can, find one that works for you here as well. So just kind of test out category by like typing in a couple things that go along with what you're selling, and then see if there's something out there that really fits well with your product. Okay. So subject. So let's say you're selling a nursery print that has elephants on it, right? Well, then you probably want to check animal, because if somebody is typing in, I've checked fashion. So in my mock-ups, I did check fashion for subject because it's kind of what it is. It is fashion. It is a fashion photography. It's helping to sell clothing, so it is fashion. But that's why it'll pop up here, fashion and animals, so if I uncheck that. So you can select up to 3, but you can always do like animal, and then maybe there's flowers on it. So if you feel that really pertains to the actual print or whatever, you can, check as many of these as you feel is necessary. And then, down here, let's say, here it's for kids, right? Or nursery. So you can check nursery. If it's an office print, you can check office. If it's for a game room, entryway, dorm, you just kind of, if you're making stuff for the bathroom, like please wash your hands, or, nice butt, or whatever people, I always see those like type of prints. So you can always check bathroom, because that way when people are typing in bathroom prints or bathroom quotes or decor for bathroom decor, whatever, your listing might pop up in that section, because Etsy now knows that this listing is for a bathroom. This print is for a bathroom. So again, that's how these kind of apply to that. Height and width. So when I did prints and stuff like that, I had multiple sizes. So I would really just put in, I did do height and width, but I would do like a common one, like 8x10, right? But I had like a thing in my pictures that listed all of the print sizes that were available when you purchase. There are people that do all kinds of prints, right? You can do one that's like the ratios are different. So they'll include all of those in their listing, and I'll show you where they do that. So you can put a size and or a height or whatever. And if it's unframed, framed, obviously if it's an instant download, it's not going to be framed. So you can just choose that kind of stuff if it's horizontal or vertical. So if you can put a height or width, go ahead and do it. If you have multiple sizes and you really don't, want to put a specific one in there, don't feel like you have to. I don't put one in there because I don't really feel like the size is really something that people are searching for mock-ups. They're searching for a specific apparel item. They're not really searching for, I want a 4,000 pixel mock-up. Like they're not searching for it. So it doesn't really matter for me to put that in there. Again, holiday and occasion, same thing. If it doesn't pertain to the holiday, and if it could be a Christmas gift or it could be a birthday gift, that's not necessarily what they're looking for. It's if the item is specifically made for birthdays. Like I have birthday mock-ups. So then I check occasion is birthday. So that when people are typing in kids birthday shirt mock-up, I might pop up in that search. But it just because if it's a shaving, a wooden, say you're selling like a wooden shaving brush, right, with an initial in it or something. And you put Christmas because it could be a Christmas gift. That doesn't work. So don't feel like you have to put something there if it doesn't pertain to what the actual item is, not necessarily what it could be purchased for. And then here's where you can choose whether it's digital or physical. And then the digital, when you choose digital, is what it gives you the option of where to upload your digital items. If you're on physical, this section, digital files, doesn't show up. So automatic and manual renewal options. So I always do manual because I want to know what isn't selling. So it'll fall off, or I can always look and see when it's going to fall off and whether or not I want to renew it or just let it fall. Because sometimes when it's automatic, you don't always see what is it might just be getting renewed and renewed and renewed, and you don't really know that it's not selling because, like me, I have over 2,000 listings in Trunk Studio. So it's like I'm not constantly going to be able to see like what's being renewed automatically. And then so if it falls off, I can be like, okay, do I want to renew this? Do I maybe want to update it or whatever? So I always choose manual so that I can decide whether or not I want to renew it, I want to change it, or I want to deactivate it and delete it. So, and also you can have an option to deactivate your listings. Like a lot of the stuff falls off that's like St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. And it's like, I don't want that automatically renewing because people aren't going to be buying Halloween mock-ups in February. So if it falls off, then I can deactivate it. It's still there. And then I can reactivate it once that time of year comes around where I want to, renew it again. So you can always do that too, is like deactivate listings that are like holiday related and then reactivate them once that time of year comes around again, which is nice. And you can do that for any listing, t-shirts, physical products, anything that you're doing. So, yeah. And then, so sections I kind of went over in my other video that you can choose just to kind of help your customers find a little bit more niche down parts of your store. And then so for digital files, you can upload up to 5 things. Now that doesn't mean that you can't upload a compressed file with multiple things in it 5 times. So if you have, say, like I was saying, how people, if they sell digital prints and they have like multiple sizes, but they have different ratios. So like maybe they'll have 7 different files, right? They can compress 2 or 3 of those files into a compressed folder and upload that, and that's 1. Just because there's 2 items inside, Etsy will still count that as 1 of the 5 uploads. But each upload cannot be over 25 megabytes. So that's the only thing you have to look out for. So if you're selling like a bundle of stuff, like say you're going to do like an SVG shop, right? And you're going to do an SVG bundle of all your, softball designs, right? And it's going to be like a large bundle. You can always create like a PDF that when they download the PDF, there's like a link that they click on that takes you to like a Dropbox or I only use Dropbox, but I think there's a couple other options that you can do where people can go to that link and then download like a larger file kind of bundle or whatever like that. So that's kind of like what we did for like our St. St. Patrick's Day and our Valentine's Day bundles that we kind of did, they would download the PDF, and then there was a link to the PDF that would take them to download the entire, because it was like 50 or 70 mock-ups, and there's just no way that that's going to be small enough to do that here. So that's what you can do with digital files. So yeah, you can kind of play around with it, and it'll like, you can compress it and then upload it. So that's a way that you can, upload more than 5 items. But you can only upload 5 things, like 5 actual, like individual, uploads. So, I hope that makes sense. And then obviously you can choose them whether or not you want to advertise it or not. I always advertise new stuff. So that's just what we do, but it's up to you. I think that's it for digital items. I hope that kind of gives you guys some more ideas if you're looking into doing digital products, or if you want to kind of do both, do like a physical and a digital. Yeah, I mean, a digital is definitely less customer service. It's less like babysitting, because you don't have to there's a lot less wheels moving when it's digital product, because they buy it, they have it, bye, they're done. It's like physical products, you have to make sure that if you're fulfilling yourself, you have to make sure you have the stuff in stock, that you send it out, that it's being shipped correctly, whatever. And if you have print providers, it's giving them notes, if there's special notes or whatever. It's just it's a lot more. But yeah, digital products are great. I'm a huge fan, so I do recommend them. But yeah, if you have any more questions when it comes to digital products, please let me know. I'd be happy to talk shop. Okay, thanks. Bye.